as you can see by my clothes, it's another very cold, wintry England. It's about 2 degrees today. Sun has made a slight appearance, but it's kind of tailing off now. It's getting late in the day, so yeah, need to crack on because it's cold. So today we're going to do just a little bit of interior detailing. Nothing too fancy. I've got lots of plans for lots of videos to make, but unfortunately with this kind of weather, it doesn't really allow me to make them. I promised you that I have got some trips planned with the GTR, so when the weather's better, I'll be making those trips and I will take you along with me, so hopefully it'll be a bit more interesting. But yeah, another reason why I've kind of dropped to every other week schedule of release. I'd like to do weekly, but at the moment I just don't really have enough content, just work really, and nothing else, just too cold to do anything. So yeah, so while it is a little bit sunny and dry, I thought I would get the car out. I want to do an external detail as well, but it's kind of, I like to, after I've detailed it, I like to just give it a quick drive around just to blow out kind of any moisture, warm it up and get rid of the moisture. But yeah, I don't really want to drive it at the moment because it's quite icy, or not so icy at the moment, but there's a lot of salt and grit on the road, and yeah, I don't really want to be driving in that because I don't want to promote any kind of rust. The car is quite clean underneath, so I want to keep it that way. Yeah, so let's follow me along for some detailing. So basically I want to definitely hoover out these mats. I don't know if you can see, it's quite, oh, a stone just fell off my shoe. It's quite yeah, dusty and dirty in here. I need to sort that out. I did wet vac them last year, so with regards to cleanliness, they are quite clean. They're just very dusty, and the same for the back, just very dusty. Back seat dusty. As you know, in the last episode we did wet vac the roof lining, and that looked really good. Now really happy with that, and then I'm going to kind of give some polish and tidy up the dash area. One of the crooks of this car that I've always hated is someone at some point has stuck something on here with some kind of glue, super glue probably. That's, yeah, kind of ruined that. I've tried to clean it up as best as I can. I've tried various different things, like a real sharp Stanley blade knife just to scrape off. I've tried a little bit of acetone, but I didn't want to go too crazy because it'll end up kind of damaging the dash area. But if you've ever experienced this and you have any suggestions of something for me to try, please do share that with me. Be much appreciated. Yeah, there's not really much else to it. I'll get the hoover out, I'll hoover all the mats off, and then we will start cleaning really with the polish. Yeah, let's get to it. I'll give the mats a little bit of a shake off, take them out, shake them off. Just found a screw. Where did that come from? We'll save that for later. Just give that a quick shake off outside. My trusty old vacs. Just going to give the carpet a little bit of a hoover. So that's clean. Now we'll give the interior a bit of a clean. Next is the back seats. They are clean. I just need to get rid of the dust off them really. I've squeezed in here with the hoover. Let's give it a go. I've done the rear seat and the kind of parcel shelf. Next is kind of the driver's side and the kind of driver's side rear footwell. So let's get onto them now. Onto the front driver's side, I guess. Let's move him out the way. Right, I think that's pretty much done with the Hoover. Decided I'm going to take the driver's side foot mat out because it looked quite dirty. So I'm going to wet vac that again. So I'm going to remove that and then I'll refit it another time once it's dried out. Need it to dry off in the inside really because it's far too cold. It'll never dry out here. So I've got my floor mat in here now. I have the wet vac set up ready. I have a little bit of carpet cleaning solution, antibacterial one. So let's give it a wash out. I don't know if you can see, but kind of around this area, it's quite dirty. That's what I'm hoping to take out. So yeah, let's get to it. So there we are, it's all cleaned up now. So I can see a difference in colour, but that could just be because it's still a little bit damp. So we'll let that dry out and hopefully it will be cleaner than it was. Here is the dirty water. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite manky. So yeah, always good to clean stuff like this. Yeah, let's finish up with the video. I think the next thing to do is just start polishing stuff up. So let's get on with it. So we've done the front now. It's on to the rear of the car. It's just dusty more than anything. It's not really dirty. So I'm going to use this turtle wax that I have. Fresh Shine Cockpit Shine. Yeah, say that quickly. Yeah, it's just a vanilla scented shine for the cockpit polish really. Works really well. I find that it has a nice finish and it doesn't build up too much static, as quite often dust will settle quite quickly and yeah, stick to some things, but this works really well. I've had it for quite some time, so yeah, I'm just using what I know really. Curious if you've got anything and you've got any suggestions for me to try, let me know in the comments and I'll give it a try. Yeah, so we're just gonna start on the back and move to the front. Small cobweb in the back here. Okay, so I think that's the back finished with. I'll now do the center armrest stuff in the back here. Then once I've done that, we'll move to the front and we'll start detailing in the front areas, which have a little bit more to it, a bit more spray. And we'll just clean this center armrest piece. I find it does collect quite a lot of dust. Ashtray is nice and clean because I've cleaned that out before. I don't think it's ever been used, to be honest. It's that clean. So one thing I'd like to do is just here where the seat belt fixes to the chair, or the kind of the hinge, I guess, of the chair. Make sure you clean that as well. Okay, so yeah, let's move to the front. So in the front now, yeah, before I do any dusting, what I like to normally do is I have this brush, McGuire's brush. It's really nice soft bristle brush. I normally like to give these areas a quick dust with this brush, just because it's quite difficult to get in there with kind of any cloth. I normally like to clean out kind of these areas around the head unit. There's just some really small areas difficult to get in with a cloth, and then of course in the vents as well. It's always good. Right, the next thing is just polish then, really. Again, I'd be interested to see if you guys have any other tips or techniques. How do you do your interiors? By no way am I a professional detailer. This is just what I do. This works for me, but always happy to learn and find out new information and new techniques. So yeah, let me know. So a few years ago, if you've got an R33, you'll know what I'm talking about, but the kind of this surrounding dash, the surround part of it, it has a rubberized texture. Now some of that had worn away, and it produced kind of a really piano gloss black finish. So there was a couple of patches of that. So what I did was I sprayed it with Plasti Dip. Now when I did it, it worked really well and I was really happy with the finish, and I still am. But as you know, Plasti Dip doesn't really it's not very hard wearing. Let's just say that. So there are some areas that have started to peel away. So I'm thinking at some point in the future, I'm going to have that dash off and I'll do something else. I'm not sure what I will do, but yeah, again, if you guys own R33s, what have you done? I'd be curious to find out. So we've cleaned all the head unit, we've polished the aircon unit, or the climate control unit, should I say. So now it's just onto the top of the wheel and kind of the binnacle or the speedo, and yeah, rev counter and that. Just give it a wipe over. Like I said, I'm really happy with the way this turtle wax works. It's I don't find it attracts too much static. They stay quite dust free for quite some time. I normally only do the interior maybe once or twice a year at the most, kind of once now before kind of the nice season, and then once probably midway through the season, and it seems to last quite some time without getting too dusty. So yeah, really pleased with that. We'll also be doing the doors. Definitely get a lot of fingerprints on these, so it's nice to have them shined up and have all those dirty fingerprints disappear. I also like to polish kind of the lower part here. Quite often I'll catch my foot, or I'll kind of use my foot to push the door open slightly. I shouldn't, but I do, and that leaves quite often a scuff down there, so it's always good to polish that bit as well. So let's move on to the passenger side. So same deal as before, just a quick wipe over. Nope, aim it the right direction. I have a lot of cables in here. That's basically from when I'm recording the car sound. I put the recorder in there. Works quite well, but I do really need to tidy up, and I'd like to maybe put the recorder somewhere else, because I would like to have the glove box back. So yeah, so lastly the door, and again I do end up kicking, or the passenger does end up kicking the bottom of this door, so it's good to have a wipe down of that as well. So that's the end of this video. Basically, there's not much more else to show you. Probably quite a short video, but yeah, now I just need to detail the outside. I've got the clips for the front sun visors come in now, so I'll get them fitted at some point. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching this short, well, it was productive, but non-informative video, I guess, about how I clean the interior of my car. Clutching at straws maybe, but again, I'd like to hear from you guys. If you have some different way of cleaning yours, if you've got a different product that would, you'd recommend me using, please let me know. I'm always up for trying kind of new products and seeing how they perform. But yeah, like I said, I do have lots of plans of lots of places I want to take the GTR this year, so I will be sure to record those and share them with you. It's just unfortunately at this time of year, I'm not really doing too much in the way of this car, so yeah, it's difficult to make videos on it. But also just in life in general, there's not really too much going on. It's too cold to go out and about. Yeah, there's not really much to show you there. Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll hopefully try and make some more videos. I've got a couple of little parts I want to fit the GTR, so again, when the weather's better, I'll probably make videos on that. But yeah, it's just timing that with the weather and my time off from work, really. So yeah, and of course looking after Violet. That keeps me very busy. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Really would appreciate it. And I promise I am bringing, or will be bringing, some interesting, cool content later of places that I'm going to take the GTR. So hopefully you'll find them interesting. There's not much else to say on that. So again, thanks for watching and see you next time.